Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Well, I'm back at home base, back from vacation, and ready for a new review. Today, we're looking at the Nomad Signature Toro. Now, this cigar actually came out. Fred Reway actually debuted it in 2016. That was just before the FDA and all their rule regulations and deadlines, and it sort of concerned him. So he held off. And last year, uh, he decided to release the Fin de los Mundos, which I've reviewed, and you've seen that. So he's bringing this cigar out today. Now, it is comprised of an Ecuadorian wrapper, Ecuadorian binder, and Nicaraguan filler. It is available in four sizes: a shorty 4x54, a Corona Gorda 5.5x48, Robusto 5x50, and Toro 6x50. There is your density. So golden brown color, actually, a light brown. Well made. Has a little shine to it, as you can see under these lights. A very basic band. It's nothing fancy, but that's okay. So what do you say we get right to it? The new Nomad Signature Toro. All right, let's give her a clip. I actually have my Zycar that I always use. You always see me use. Send it back to get sharpened or replaced. Haven't gotten it back yet, but they'll send it. So I'm using another cutter that I had on hand, and it's marked Monte Cristo. So this is undoubtedly came with something from Monte Cristo. Alrighty. Firm, a little bit of a firm draw. I may have to touch it up with the perfect draw later. It may work out. Okay, I'm a little further along than I normally am when I come back. Had a little camera malfunction, had to restart the computer. But the initial flavors are a nice, sweet orange citrus with hints and low levels, a little more than hints, low levels of peach. When's the last time you heard me say that? Quite a bit of a nutmeg, a raw, almost a dry, but a raw nutmeg. Some brown sugar on the front end on those sweeter flavors, and a touch of cinnamon. The pepper is really sort of a white pepper. It's not a deep dark black pepper. So I'm going to start off initially with white pepper at about a 7, 6.5, 7. And there's a nice earthy black coffee base. So that is how you start. The sweet flavors are nice. You have a lot of nutmeg bridging over to the earthy black coffee. So it's a sweet over to a nutmeg over to a very earthy black coffee. Let's see how it progresses. Well, we're here at the first third, a couple inches in. Time's about right. I've lost some of the initial flavors. There's still a taste of orange citrus and a little brown sugar and a little cinnamon. But there is a lot of nutmeg and a lot of earthy black coffee. The finish is sort of a toasted almond, believe it or not, with some nice lingering black pepper. Medium bodied right now is all I would give it, but the flavors, albeit nice. Hold on, I believe I missed a flavor. I said there was a roasted almond on the finish, and I got to thinking, what about the front end? Is that flavor that's sort of a earthy type flavor? And yes, it is. There are roasted or just shy of raw, slightly roasted, go figure, almonds in the mix with that nutmeg. So add that in on the front end too if you want to. But with all those flavors, uh, the almond, the nutmeg, and the earthy black coffee pulling away from or taking away from the sweeter flavors, it's something that's very, very for a name like Signature. I would think it's something he really has a lot of faith in and he really likes. And this may be what he's looking for. So those are your flavors. As far as my score, the first third is an 88. Go by the flavor description more than what my personal score is. But that's where I'm at right now. So let's see what the second third holds. Well, we're done with the second third. Right at that band is about the 2-inch point. 2-inch point remaining. Now, going back to the last segment, I didn't mention the peach flavor because it was gone. There's a new flavor in the mix now, sort of a spice apple. You got your citrus and a little spice apple, a little brown sugar, a decent amount of cinnamon. The cinnamon comes through, even in the thick nutmeg, light raw almond, lightly roasted almond, and earthy black coffee. The cinnamon cuts through all that, but all those darker or less than sweet flavors take away from the citrus, spiced apple, brown sugar. It really waters them down. Still medium bodied. I'm really surprised it's medium bodied. The finish is unchanged. With the even with the spiced apple flavor, those darker flavors are just watering down the sweeter flavors a lot. The second third, I'm going with an 87. For me, understand this is for me. The cigar is not improving. It's sliding slowly downhill. I've had a lot of Nomad cigars, and I like a lot of them, and a lot of them have scored very well. But this one's not hitting the mark for me, but maybe it will for you. At any rate, let's see what the final third brings. What do you say? Well, sir, we are down to the end, so let's wrap it up. Still had some of your citrus there and some of your spiced apple. It's very faint and watered down as it was before. Touch of brown sugar, still some decent cinnamon. Massive amounts of nutmeg, hints and low amounts of lightly roasted almonds, and a lot of earthy black coffee. So really nothing has changed, other than it kept from me going a little downhill because there was even less sweetness there, but there was some. There wasn't much. Finish is slightly changed. It has just ever so minor amounts of the citrus to go along with the lightly roasted almonds and a decent amount of lingering black pepper. Might have touched on medium to full, but it's not an overpowering cigar by any means. This cigar, as I've expressed, is just not hitting the mark for me. It's just heavy on the nutmeg and earthy black coffee. Those are the two things you really can't miss. Continuing on our slide, I will rate the final third 86. So the overall score for the Nomad Signature Toro for me is an 87. I apologize to Fred Reway, but this one, Fred just missed it for me. Doesn't mean anything, but you folks watching this review, listen to the flavors, decide for yourself. Is this something you want to try or not? So there you have it. The new Nomad Signature Toro 87.